Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel called Build or Win. I am the Truth, and this video is going to be hopefully a quick introduction to my entire channel as well as a little bit about myself. So yeah, I definitely recommend watching this before you watch other videos, but it's obviously not necessary. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So a little bit about me before I talk about what exactly you can expect to see in the channel. I play Protoss, my name's the Truth, I think I already said that. I've been playing StarCraft 2 since the Wings of Liberty beta, and I've never really taken a significant break. I've always sort of done my own style of play, and finally, 2 seasons ago, I achieved the rank of Grandmaster. So yeah, that was pretty cool, definitely felt good, but more importantly, like I said, I like to do my own stuff. This channel is mostly going to be about the build orders that I use on ladder and tournaments, all that good stuff. Sort of as I alluded to, I only do make my own build orders, and typically they are macro builds, but they're sort of gimmicky as well. So basically, if you're a Protoss player, which this channel is sort of exclusively for Protoss players, you'll notice it's very easy to either fall into the trap of all-inning a lot, or when you play macro, it's really easy to just turtle up and just defend, and then you get a death ball and then you go kill your opponent. Obviously, there's a lot of different harassment techniques that you can use, but the builders that I use are just mainly to just do stuff that I enjoy doing, and it so happens that usually they turn out pretty poorly, but some of them are pretty good. I've probably tried like around 100 different build orders, just different stuff that I've been inspired to try out from watching games or whatever reason. But yeah, so some of them are good, and those are the ones that are going to make it onto the channel, of course. Right now on ladder, I'm using about 15 different build orders, maybe a couple more, across the 3 matchups. Some are all-in, some are pretty standard-ish, so you're going to see a pretty wide range of builds, but mostly macro gimmicky, as I sort of mentioned. One cool thing I just want to mention is that I have seen some of my builds pretty much just to the T used by professional players. You know, whether or not they execute them well is another story, but anyway. So last thing I want to mention about myself is that I do have a stream on Twitch, so you can see me doing these builds there. You can also see a little bit more additional info on me and whatever else. I'll have a link to everything in the description below the video. But okay, so I don't want this to go on too long, so let's just talk about the rest of what you can expect to see on this video, on this channel, because I would say about half of the channel will be one video about a build order that I want to show you. And I'll hopefully have at least 2 replays of that build order per video. But probably even more than that, because I really want to cover like how the build order plays out if it's just like a normal macro game, how it plays out if you're facing aggression, how it plays out in maybe another miscellaneous scenario. But so yeah, so this is sort of the intro to the channel. I also am going to make 3 different intro videos to each matchup, so 1 for PvP and so on, but 3 in total. And so I would suggest watching those after this before you start watching my build orders for that matchup. So if you're going to watch 1 versus Terran, I would suggest watching the intro to PvT. Obviously you don't have to, but it's probably going to be a good thing for... I'm sure there'll be something you can learn from it, no matter what rank you are on ladder. So, yeah, I guess the last thing I want to mention is that a lot of the builds that I make, or I'd say like half, are specifically designed for a certain map. And then as the map pool changes, you know, maybe there'll be something in a couple seasons that's good for one of my old builds, so I'll recycle those into the meta. And I guess that's another thing I should mention. A lot of my builds are also driven around the meta that I play versus. I don't play versus anything lower than like high Diamond League players. So some of these builds might not really work very well in the lower leagues. I'm not entirely sure, but if you have any questions about really anything on this channel, but especially my builds, maybe you're struggling with something for whatever reason, you can of course ask in the comment section below, or I guess I can leave my StarCraft info on the description as well. I'm sort of getting distracted by this game a little bit. This game is very cheesy. This is probably the most gimmicky, aggressive thing that I've done in recent history. Don't expect to see this as a example for future builds. But anyway, so the rest of the channel will be about... I'm looking at my cheat sheet right now. So yeah, I'll have... So there's one section, build orders. The other section is going to be more educational stuff. So I'll probably do a video on scouting information for each matchup. I'll probably do a video on stuff like defending Terran drops, defending aggressive stuff that could throw you off your... no matter what build you're doing, but throw you off your path. So also all-ins. I think I want to have videos of games of like the month or week, or every couple weeks I'll have a video about a cool game that I had on ladder maybe. And then something I am kind of excited to do is videos on each ladder map, for the 1v1 ladder, obviously. And lastly, just other quick ideas that are going through my head right now are videos on how to harass, hotkeys, and then one other cool thing I thought would be to have other players come on and talk through some stuff that they sort of noticed with either my build orders that I'll be showing, or, you know, videos like scouting information. Maybe I missed something, and they can share their thoughts as well. So I'm going to sort of try to end the video real soon. I do want to show you guys the end of this game, since I've sort of had it on as background noise. As you can see, this is a cannon contain. Like I said, none of the builds I use right now are this cheesy, or whatever you want to describe this as. They're all more macro-driven, like 3 bases. It's about taking a 3rd base safely, but also sometimes if your opponent knows what you're doing, it can be pretty risky. But you'll see as we move along with the channel. Let's see, this game goes on for like another minute. I guess I kind of spoiled it, but yeah, so I guess my last closing notes will be that I have the most build orders for PvT and PvZ. I really don't do a lot of different stuff in PvP. I've been opening Fast Stargate Phoenix forever, and unfortunately it's become a pretty popular build, and so people sort of know how to defend versus it, which has caused a couple problems, but I guess I'm dragging on a little bit too long. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are... okay, for those of you who stayed to the end, let's see, I had some closing thoughts that I wanted to share, but I really don't know what they were. I might put some more info in the description below. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for checking out the channel, for sure. I know I'm forgetting some stuff, but whatever. I'll, talk about it in future videos for sure. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the content that is to come. And that's it for this introduction video. It's definitely gone on too long. So yeah, see you guys next time. I guess that'll be my closing sentence.